Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Euron Systems. After a little short break, we are we are back with another episode. I was a little bit ill, and then there was Muharram as well. So, out of respect and this thing, so I was not available. So, we are back with the business spotlight, and today we have with us a guest who has already appeared before, a very special guest, one of the most viewed of our podcast and most respected in terms of how people have accepted the podcast as well. So we have Dr. Nikhil Baljekar. So the primary reason why he is back again on the podcast is as Euron Systems has promised all of his clients and how we have told that we will be helping and going to promote them in terms of their courses, in terms of their products, etc., if they are a part of your own systems. So I'm really happy and excited to announce that Dr. Nikhil Baljekar, a neurosurgeon and a stock market expert, has gone live on Euron Systems for something a bit different, for saving money, investing, and other stuff. So he has done stock market mastery. So that's the advantage of having somebody who has done masters, right? He is a master in what he has done in his medical field, and now he is a master of what he's been doing in stock market. He has written a book. He has own method published, and he has been doing that amazingly. So let me get him on stage, and thank you so much, sir, first for re-accepting our invite and coming back.
Thank you, Mir, for having me.
Right, great. So, sir, I would like to a little bit understand more about the stock market point of view. We have understood about the money part, we have understood about the life saving, the importance, and other things in the previous time we connected. But this time it's going to be more of what exactly are you looking in terms of providing the services to your students. As this
Yeah,
is primarily focused on the stock market, and I believe you have gone live, and I see that there is a very dedicated timeline which you have given to all of
yeah,
us and how you want to go about it. So if you could just give a little bit highlight on the scene.
yeah. So, first of all, thank you for having me once again, and good. Namaste to all the listeners, and I hope that this half an hour you learn something. See, the thing is that I've been in the stock market for over 25 years, and I am a self-taught technical chartist. There are two ways of looking at the market. One is the fundamental analysis, where you do the study of the balance sheet, and then you find whether a stock is undervalued based on their forward earnings. That means the stock market always looks forward. What is already declared is history. It doesn't. It's already factored into the price of the share. So if you feel that a stock has got a very good earning in the future and it is undervalued, you buy. That is fundamental. The other is technical. The technical is that what it does or what it assumes is that any kind of buying or selling of an asset, let us say a stock, let us say Reliance or Nifty or anything, it will reflect in a price point. So the price point at any time in it at any time means if it is at this moment, the price of the asset is discounting all the information about that asset at that point in time. This is the theory which technical charts are based on, which means that you don't have to study the balance sheet. If you look at the price and the movement of the price, you will know whether there is buying likely to happen in the stock or selling likely to happen. Now, this is very easy when I say it like this, but charting and technical charts is a very complicated thing because there are more than one ways to interpret a chart. I'll give you an example from my field. Let us say there are two doctors who are looking at the same X-ray or the same ECG. Let's take ECG because ECG is also a chart. Like like the close only chart looks like an ECG only. So now, based on their knowledge, experience, as well as their aptitude, etc., both of them will interpret the same chart slightly differently, and then also manage the patient based on that in a different way. The same thing comes in case of technical charts. Everybody interprets it as per their aptitude and their experience. So two chartists looking at the same chart may come to different conclusions. So this was what was bothering me. And another thing is technical charting. When you teach somebody, they cannot use it in the market the next day. It's like if I tell Mir how to do an appendicectomy, I tell you all the steps. Will you be able to do the surgery? No. You'll have to
Hmm.
first assist a surgeon, and then the surgeon will assist you. Then you will do a surgery under his supervision. Finally, you will be able to do it independently, which is a process. That is why we have 4 or 5 years of residency training in surgery before we are allowed to do surgeries on our own. Same thing applies to technical charting. The more you do it, the more you get adept at it, and the more accurate is your prediction. Another thing is now what I have seen, because I've seen the market over a period of time, and it changed when derivatives came, and then it changed more when more and more technical chartists started coming on TV and giving levels. Now what is happening is that the strong players, that is the FIIs and DIIs, they tend to use the technical charts against the chartists. They know where the support is, where the resistance is, and therefore they purposely will trigger the stop loss in the market, and then it will reverse. So it really is become very difficult to understand that what is happening on the chart, whether it will actually play out in the market, right? So I thought, let me devise a system which is more objective, where there is no scope for any doubt as to what is likely to happen, because I have developed a system which is based on a very long statistical study of over a 4 year period of the Nifty, which now you can apply to every other asset, that is the stocks or the bank Nifty and other thing. Though the study was done on the Nifty, and I chose two periods where 2008 to 2012, when there was a bear market and a bull market. So there's no particular bias, right? Now the statistical study which I did was, for example, comparing what does the Nifty do on Mondays. So I took all the Mondays for the 4 years and saw the movement of the Nifty, and I came to some conclusion. Then I saw, if suppose on Monday the Nifty closes down, what happens to it on Tuesday? How many times does it close down and how many times does it close up? This kind of study, I got some startling statistically significant results, which I then developed into a trading system, which is called the Baljekar trading system. And I also developed an indicator, which is the Baljekar indicator. So I have come out with an objective way of trading in short term. Now I am a SEBI registered and SEBI licensed investment advisor and research analyst, and I have been having a stock advisory for last 7 8 years, which I have now closed. The thing I saw is the maximum number of people who trade in the market trade day trades in options in Bank Nifty and Nifty. Majority of the people. So my system is designed for that kind of trading, specifically for day trades, and specifically because you can use Monday's rules only for Monday, Tuesday's rules for Tuesday, and so on. So if say Monday is Ganesh Chaturthi, or let us say it is Moharram, and it is the market is closed, you can't use Monday's rules for Tuesday. When the market reopens on Tuesday, you have to use Tuesday's rules only. So it is actually tailor made for people who want to do day trades in the Bank Nifty, Nifty, or even in stock options. There are a set of rules, which means that if statistically 6 things or 7 things happen, the probability that the 8th thing happening is over 85 to 90% of the times. This system is very easy. If I teach you today, you can trade tomorrow, because it is a set of objective rules, which it is rule based. So there is no scope for some in between interpretation. It is either a buy or a sell. There is no ambiguity. And I'm also along with this, I also you teach another 2 or 3 other methods which are complementary to my method. And then what I do is I teach the student how to use all of them put together. Now, for example, if I'm a surgeon, I need instruments to operate, right? If I don't have the instruments which are good, the operation is not going to be correct. And today, with minimal access surgery, with laparoscopy, a lot of surgery is dependent on equipment. The better the equipment, the better is the outcome of the surgery. Similarly, what is the instrument that is used by the client to actually trade? Is the option. Unless you understand what is an option on what is a future and how to use that to your advantage, you can make big mistakes, very big mistakes in trading. And even if your analysis is right, but you don't have the instrument, like I know how to do surgery, but if I don't have the instruments, I can't do the surgery. Similarly, a trader who knows about the system, who has learned from me, but who does not know any theory about the options and derivative analysis, he is of no use. He's very ill-equipped to trade in the market, especially day trading using options. So the second part of my course is a detailed look, both basics and advanced, of options and option strategies. and derivative analysis. Then the whole thing is put together, and then you make a how do you actually trade in the market. Now that is something again which very few people teach. And I'm going to do is going to have two courses in the month, and all the students who attend the course, I am going to take one session in live market, where actually I will demonstrate as per that day's whatever it is, because I mean the trades have to happen in that day. On that day, whatever trades, how to use the system actually in this in the this. And in fact, if they even actually do the trade in their accounts, they can probably make money on that day. And that I feel is the USP. This system is my own. I got a PhD for this, and nobody else can teach you this. This is the first thing. Second is, I'm going to demonstrate the system in live market, which I don't know if anybody does or not, but I'm going to demonstrate it, and I'm going to actually teach. And if they have any difficulties, I'm going to mentor them. And this one session, say past students, they want to attend in the next month, they can. There's no problem. They can keep attending the live session whenever they want to, until they feel confident to do it on their own.
Amazing, amazing. And if I be very honest, I really doubt there are people who are gonna come live on the day on the market and actually demonstrate it in the live. There are barely any
Yeah,
people.
because once you see it live, then you immediately understand. Because when I tell something, I have this from experience, because I used to teach this between 2014 and 17. I've taught over 600, 700 students in Bombay and Bangalore. But that time, because this online and all was not there so much, so we used to actually do the physical seminars. We used to take physical seminars, and I found that at the end of the day, some of the people were a little confused as to what I thought is easy. Maybe it's not necessarily what I think is easy is also easy for the students. So they developed a mentoring program for all my students for over a year. So we formed a WhatsApp group of all the students, and whenever they had any difficulty, they used to ask me. However, there I did not have a physical, I mean, live session in the market. But now I want to add that also.
Great, amazing. So as you said that there is a specific method or a system developed by you, plus there
Yeah.
is other systems which you have personally developed. So how did you come to those conclusions? So how is that method eventually got published? Because you said you have
Just
a
sheer
PhD.
Yeah, sheer physically sitting and doing 1115 and doing the statistical study. It's a pure statistical observations which are of the Nifty between 2008 and 2012. So it was the weekly, then the daily, and the intraday movement of the Nifty. I'll give you an example. Do you know, if you see the Nifty or any stock, there is maximum activity in the first hour. In fact, the first half an hour when the market opens, then the market goes to sleep. Then it again wakes up at 12, and in that 1 hour in the middle, it becomes active. And then in the last 1 hour. Have you observed this?
Yeah, I
This is
mean,
an observation. Please observe it tomorrow. You see how the market behaves. Between 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock, it goes to sleep. And between 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock, it goes to sleep. So my intraday rules apply in the morning 1 hour and the afternoon 1 hour. So the last part of the data which you need comes at exactly at 12:15. And at 1:15 only you have to take the, around 1 o'clock you have to take the position, and 3 o'clock you have to exit, which means you're only trading for 2 hours. But at that time, if all things are in place, you are likely to get an 85% chance that whatever you have taken position is going to give you money. But it may or may not happen every day. And
mhm.
one more thing I wanted to tell, that despite all this, why has algorithm trading come? Because trading is more of an art than a science. Why? Because it is directly related to the emotions and psychology of the trader. So what do traders do? Many times they tend to take profits very early. They're scared that that profit will go away, and they ride the losses. So they have to have the guts to take a loss occasionally to prevent a bigger loss. Now, I have got two things for this, two solutions. First is, obviously, I will be teaching them how to minimize the loss by doing a counter hedging using options. That's where strategies come into picture. And the second thing is, I intend to teach them pranayam and some spiritual thing which they can do immediately during market. I have done it myself. When I'm telling you something, you understand one thing. I already practiced it on myself. The breathing technique can reduce your pulse rate by 15 to 20 beats and your BP by around 15 to 20 millimeters of mercury. I've done that, and within 10 minutes, your BP comes down and your mind becomes calm. It is very important for the trader not to get carried away by emotions. It is very easy for me to say, but it is something which you have to practice over and over again. And that is why this happens not only to a regular retail investor, it also happens to fund managers and to very experienced traders, because it's human emotions. Whoever is human will have emotions, will have psychology. And that is why algorithm trading has come, because algorithm computer doesn't have emotions. But I personally feel leaving it to a computer is not a very good idea, because the computer doesn't understand. If you feed something, it will only do that. For example, suppose I want to take a profit at 15,000 rupees. So I put the premium, let us say, at a particular rate. Only at that rate it will get triggered. So it could be that it goes to 14,000 and falls. Now, if I'm watching the market, I can take the profit even when it starts falling at 12,000 and still take a profit. But the algo will not take the profit. Again, personal experience. All the things which I've tried, when I say algorithm, I don't advise for people. There is a reason, because I've tried with algos and I found that algorithms are an ass, because the computer is an ass. It only does what you tell it to do. It does not have any discretionary powers. So if you feed a particular rate and then you see at the end of the day, Arey, I missed this by about 10 paisa, it creates a lot of heartburn, especially if the market, if that stock has then fallen and now you're in a loss instead of being in a profit earlier. You've given up the profit and ended up with a loss. So I suggest that trading you should do, if you're doing day trading, you should try to find time through the day to be in the market, and only take the profit and then you close it and then go away. That's okay.
Got
So
it.
I know that a lot of people, including bank managers, secretly do trade with the side on the mobile, even when they're in the bank. I've seen myself. So if somebody tells me I don't have the time, I can't say I don't believe it. If you are going to be a day trader in options, it is better that you are available through the day to see where you can take the profit. Just leaving it to somebody or feeding us some option trade is not going to help. And now it is all available in the mobile. It's in your hand. So you can carry it wherever and you can keep looking. It's not that you have to keep looking the whole day, but frequently you have to keep checking what is happening to your position.
Right, understood. So I wanted to understand one thing. Now there are a lot of people who come and claim certain things, give guarantees and everything. So do we have something from your end, or is it going to be no? I
Well,
have certs, follow it.
yeah, what I've said also on my website is that whatever fees you pay, 45,000 rupees, I think I can assure you that if you do exactly what I teach you, you should be able to recover it in 3 months of trading, maybe earlier also. It all depends on the market. It all depends on the market, how much money you can put in the market, because if you have very little money to trade, then you can only buy options. Then the risk is more. If you put a little more, like 2 to 3 lakh rupees, then you are able to take a hedging position where you can combine a buying option with a selling of an option, which is safer. Though you need a bit more capital, but it is much safer than taking a naked option, whether a call or a put. But if you're going to have a hedge against the call or put that you have bought, then obviously the chances of success are much higher. So it all depends on so many things. See, a lot of people do claim that we did exactly as you said, but actually they don't do, because first thing they do is they don't put the stop loss. Why? Because once or twice what has happened, the stop loss is triggered and then it has gone in the opposite direction, and they should have made a profit, but they were out of the trade. When they have such an experience 1 or 2 times, then in future they stop putting a stop loss, and then that works. Sometimes it does work. As I told you that the chartists are using it against the chartists by purposely breaking the stop loss. But my stop losses are not based on charts. My stop losses are based on my system, which is different from what people on TV give you is on the technical charts. Mine is not technical chart stop loss. It's a different stop loss. So I'm confident that the stop loss, at least whatever I have done myself trading and whatever I have seen, back testing, the stop losses generally don't get triggered. My stop losses, and if they do get triggered, then definitely generally the market goes in that direction again. आगे मतलब suppose it's a long trade and I've given a stop loss, if the stop loss gets triggered, it's very unlikely that again the market will go up. That's what I've
Understood.
observed. But again, see, these are things I would like my students, whoever comes and joins my course, to give the feedback. I can say
Great.
anything. How does it matter? I can say whatever I want, but ultimately the proof of the pudding is in eating it. So it's like that. So unless and until the students who actually attend my course and then they do the trading, they will be the best bet or the best judge as to whether the system is working or not. So,
Understood.
but I know that it is working because I've taught it in the past. A lot of students have used it. I have used it myself. It works. So I'm very confident that if you are able to keep a cool mind and don't get panicky and just do exactly as the rules suggest. See, the what happens is many times we cannot all the time take a trade. It's like batting. When you're playing in English conditions, you should always be on the back foot. That's why Dravid is to make more runs in England. If you go on the front foot, you get nick and you get caught in the slips. So you should allow the trade to come to you, like you allow the ball to come to you. Don't play on the front foot. Always play on the back foot, because if you rush in and take a trade, then what happens is there is a time decay in options, where if the market goes sideways also, you will lose premium because the number of days to expiry keep decreasing, and with each day which is gone, there is some amount of premium which goes away, and then it becomes that much more difficult for you to recover the money even if the market goes in your favor. So, if you are able to buy on dips and sell on rallies, then A, the stop loss, if it triggered, the loss is less, and B, the chances of your premium increasing in your favor once it bounces in your favor or falls in your favor, if you are short or long, whatever, uh, because you have bought it in the dip, so when it bounces, the premium goes up faster. So you are able to exit from your option position faster. So this is strategy. It is not analysis. This is how do you do the trade, which is the most important thing in making money. You may be having a wrong analysis, but if you're able to do a proper strategy, you can end up making more money than a person who is very good in analysis, but is not able to follow the strategy. Now, this comes from experience, and this, as they use the system, the traders will be able to make more successful trades. That is why I kept 3 months. That is why I've said 3 months. I'm not said in 1 month. I know that trading is one of the most difficult things to do, because you have to conquer your mind. That is the main thing. So any system, any kind of analysis, but there will always be trades where your stop is triggered. But on balance, it should make money. That means your system is such that out of say 10 trades, 5 trades go wrong and 5 trades go profitable. You should end up in those 5 trades make more money than the loss in those 5 trades. So on balance, at the end of the month, you are in credit. That is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that every time you take a trade, we're using my system, it will be profitable. No, that is not possible for any system. But it's all probability. What is the probability that something will happen? The charts and my analysis, my system gives you a certain figure of probability that it is more likely that this will happen.
Got
You
it.
got what I'm trying to say. But I can say with a certain amount of certainty that if you join my course and do exactly what I tell you, it is likely that you will be able to recover the cost of the course in 3 months, and then also, of course, maybe able to make money, maybe more, maybe less. I don't know.
Understood. So let's say, what is the qualification for anybody to be a part of your course? Because it is stock analysis, it's strategy, and you said you need to give time and everything. So let's say a person like me who has no understanding about the stock market, who
Yeah,
tried one somewhere in 5 years before, lost money, never looked back at it.
yeah,
So if
yeah.
somebody like me wants to join, is there any
Yes.
criteria that you have to be
No, no,
expert?
no. There's no. That's what I said. There's no criteria. I have simplified it to such a level that anybody, even very new to the market, can understand what when I teach. That's not a problem, because it is a rule. I'm giving an example. Just an example. Huh? It's not in the system, but I'm just giving a. Let us say that in my statistical study, I found, which I actually found, that on Fridays when the Nifty closes down, okay, when the
Mm-hmm.
Nifty closes down on Friday. Now, this is easy for anybody to understand. It's a red candle, it has closed down. More number of times on Monday it closes up. So you have a
Mhm.
data point, single data point, that on Friday the Nifty closed down. So the probability that it will go up is more. So you add 1 point in your favor. And I've actually made a point system, giving points to each incident. So you can calculate the total number of points, whether it goes in favor of it going up or down on the next day. Your idea is, see, you only need two things. You need only two things to make money in the market. Only two. What is the direction going to be? Up or down or sideways, right? Up, down, or sideways. Only three directions are there. So you need to know the probability that either it will go up or the probability that it will go down, or the system tells you it's sideways, though don't trade. Sideways means options are only going to lose time premium. Nothing is going to happen. So don't trade. So trades will only happen when you have the probability of either it going up or down. Okay. Now, after that, you need to know what is the likely high and likely low on that day. Correct? My system
Right.
gives you that. My system gives you, with a certain amount of accuracy, what is the high of the Nifty for the next day and what is the low of the Nifty for the next day. And the same you can apply for other, because Nifty and Bank Nifty are the most commonly traded. I have got exact levels for that on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like that. But you can also use a combination of my system and one of the systems that I teach for stock options. So there you have to, there you may not get the exact level, but you will get the direction for sure. And also the level, but not confirmed by two ways. I've also got a system where you can confirm it. Suppose a level is shown by three systems, then that level is very important. It's called repetition of numbers. So you
Mhm.
do some calculation and you get a particular level by one system, and you get another by another system, you get the same number coming, say with plus or minus 5 points. Now you know that two systems have given you that number. Whether that's a resistance or a support, it now becomes a very significant resistance or support. Now, how does that help you? If you're long and that level comes, you should exit your position, because the chances are that from there, the probability is the market will come down. If it is a support and you are going to buy on dip, you should buy at that support level, because that is an important support and it's less likely that it will go below that. This is the way the system works. So this, and now I've told you just now in 5 minutes. Have you understood? Have you got confused? No. It's simple, no?
Simple. I'm
Exactly.
able
It's
to.
like that. It's like that. There's nothing to do. You need not have a computer. You need not have any computer software for this system to be used. You don't even need an internet connection, except for doing the trades per se. Matlab, to put the trade, you'll need an internet connection, but to analyze, you don't need it. You can just sit with a paper and a calculator, and you can do it.
Amazing, amazing. No, the thing why I understand so much is because I have a indirect trust you can tell on you for a simple reason that you are an expert on whatever you have done, right? You did MBBS, then you did masters, you have given services over there, and then when you got into the stock as well, you did research, you learned, you did all your own methods, you published something, you got a PhD in it. So there is a extra credibility, a extra trust which I genuinely get from you कि नहीं डूबेंगे पैसे या फिर जो भी आप पढ़ाओगे अच्छा पढ़ाओगे because of what you have done and how you have been doing. I think we lack in this today's generation, right? Credibility factor is kind of dead because we hear a lot of noise on Instagram, we hear a lot of noise on YouTube, especially these fin influencers which come
Yeah.
and they
Yes.
randomly show some screenshot and they tell they have made this much money, they have made that much money, and taking a photo with rented Lamborghini, etc., in Dubai and stuff. So that has
Actually, there where is the road to drive on the car? car. And if you have a road, where are you going to park it? You have to probably fold it and put in your pocket and go up to your house.
right. So this noise is there. You know, you can tell there are many advantages of social media, but then a few disadvantages are there's too much noise, and anybody can come and give any gyan. So the
Yeah.
credibility which you have got, because that gives a major advantage. So I'm just going to show you a portal which we
Yeah.
have, and guys, you will love it. We have also given the link in the description of Sir's podcast, sorry, sir's live course. So you can go ahead and take it from there. But meantime, I'll be showing it here as well, so that you have a better understanding. Right. So let me just share my screen. I believe my screen is visible.
Yes.
Yes, so this is Dr. Nikhil Baljekar's Academy. So, I mean, it's so simple, clean, clear. It says unlock your potential with strategic business, and it goes ahead. There's just one course, guys. Pretty clear. As Sir said, I'm an expert at one thing. I have done the research, I have done the PhD, I have tested, I have failed, I have learned, I have implemented one course which is gonna be there, and the rest of it looks very simple, clear, and you can just click on the live courses. Here we go. So here you see Baljekar Trading System, complete future and options trading masterclass, right? And this is gonna start from 11th of July, and it will be every weekend 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Sir will come live and teach you. It's not like some recorded video कहीं से ले लिया डाल दिया छोड़ दिया. नहीं, sir will be coming live, and sir will be teaching you and helping you out in live with all kinds of discussion. Plus, you can see there are totally 6 sections and 41 lectures involved in this, right? Introduction to objective of trading, what is Baljekar system, deep diving into options theory, derivative analysis, market insights, mastering options, implementing. This is where things get more amazing and fun. Implementing, and then performance, consistency, and next step. As sir has already mentioned, sir will be going live in the day market. Sir will be taking a live session, and sir will do a live on the market, guys. I am pretty confident 99.9% that nobody does this. Any kind of an educator, trainer, or a guru right now in today's market is not doing this, because रिकॉर्डेड कंटेंट पे बोलना अलग बात होती है, लाइव मार्केट में करना अलग होता है. एक और आता है जो आप पेपर ट्रेडिंग करते हो, राइट, जो जहां पे रियल पैसे नहीं लगते, उस पे भी करना अलग होता है. जो एक्चुअल मार्केट में करना होता है वो बहुत ही अलग होता है. एंड देन somebody telling that he's going to teach you on live and show you the real implementations, guys, I would bet my life on that for sure. And especially who is a doctor, even if I bet my life he can save me. So So, guys, it's going to be amazing. It's a 3 month course, as Sir has told. The whole idea about this is to give you the right insights, to give you the understanding of how things work, to give you the complete systems. And these are not copy pasted, these are not some theory, it's not somewhere taken from Mars. This is something Sir has implemented, Sir has learned it, and guys, Sir has got a PhD as well. If the amount of time you can write doctor for Sir, then we will be only be writing doctor, doctor, doctor. So many times he is an MBBS, he has done masters, he's a surgeon. I mean, there's a 10 years of journey to become that. There is so much effort and this thing. Then he came, he said, I've done this, I'll be doing this. Plus, let me learn the stock market and do that. And there also, he didn't do random and he just came up with something. He has done that for more than 10 years. He has got a PhD again over there. So the amount of credibility of what the person can deliver is clearly seen. So I have put the link in the description, and if you guys require, I'll be just dropping you this on the chat bot as well. Apart from the description, you guys can go ahead and sign up over there. Yes, you can see Sir is taking premium. It's 45,000, but there's a reason why there is a premium, because he's doing it, and he's doing it in the live market. If anybody's doing it in the live market, then we'll definitely look into it. So this is something which I really loved. It's just that I hope I get some good incentives and then I'll be able to purchase this course by myself as well. So we will be going live on 11th of July. And guys, it's going to be on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. To make sure
10
that
p.m.
if you're
6 to 10
10 p.m.
p.m. Yeah, yeah. I can't
Oh, wow.
complete the material in 2 hours. It will 4 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours totally.
Okay. Okay.
Sunday
I'll
also
update
6 to
this.
10. And
Okay.
if,
So
if
it's
the
going to be.
students want even more, I have no problem. But my experience is most of the times the students will say, बस करो सर अभी हमको बहुत information overload हो गया. So अभी इसको मैंने थोड़ा trim किया है इस course को. And
Got
I'm
it.
putting more emphasis on the trading part and the options part, because that is what is actually what makes or breaks making money in the market.
राइट, क्योंकि कितना भी आप एनालिसिस कर लो, जितना भी आप
Correct.
सुन लो, देख लो, इवेंचुअल पैसा ट्रेडिंग करने से ही आता है,
हाँ
इवेंचुअल पैसा
हाँ
स्ट्रैटेजी से ही बनता है.
हाँ. Managing the trade is paramount. Managing the trade and keeping your head in in a cool way. You must
Right.
learn that is very important.
Okay, so we have a question from Mohammed Shari. How do
Mhm.
regulatory changes such as margin requirements or tax laws impact the viability of the algorithm or high frequency trading?
Well, I don't have any experience with high frequency trading because it is something which, the setup itself needs a lot of, you need to have you need to be like an FI or a DI. Otherwise, you don't get the access to a high frequency system.
Mhm.
Algorithm will not get affected unless you'll have to probably change all that, because when the margin requirements changes, you'll have to change it because otherwise you'll not be able to take the position because the position is taken only when you have the money in your account. So if the margin requirements go up, your position will be closed out by the algorithm, and in fact by the market regulator. Only it will close off your position. So you need to be able to increase the margin and you feed it into your algorithm that from now on this much money will be required for each trade. So margin requirements will definitely have impact, and tax, of course, the whatever you make, you have to pay 30% tax. I mean, if you're in the highest bracket, because it is added to your whatever income from any other source. It's a short-term income, no? So all trades which you do in short term, that is less than 365 days, are considered as a short-term income. It's like an additional income from other sources. So it will be added to the income from wherever other sources you have, and you will be taxed as per your tax slab.
Got it.
That is that
Understood.
the tax laws don't affect algorithm directly, though margin requirements will affect because you will not be able to trade because the money will be less. So you'll have to feed it into the algorithm to take the trade with more money, and you'll have to deposit more money. Per se, it will not affect the outcome of the trade. If that is what you're asking, then it will not affect the outcome of the trade.
Got it. Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Sharik. And there's a good comment given to me, so I'll just wanted to share that. Me, bro, your humor is always relevant as per the guest appearance. Great efforts and performance. Thank you for bringing such experts into the product. Thank you so much, Sharik, for such lovely words. And see, the guy who has come to the podcast as well, you need to see that he's an expert and he's a person who's been doing this for quite some time, and overall he's I think 65, 68, sir, and
67, yeah. Running
67,
68, yeah.
68 years of age. Plus sir has done MBA when he was 62, and sir has done PhD as well. Sir is a master as well. Sir is a surgeon as well. So there is a lot of credibility the person brings in. So I'm going to definitely bet my life and the learnings what I am going to get from Dr. Nikhil Baljekar. So guys, as promised, this is what Euron Systems bring. It's not that we just give you the LMS or the SaaS or the portal and say go do it. For us, what matters is what your students think about, how they think about. And Dr. Nikhil Baljekar is a surgeon. So our team has made sure that sir provided the right content, and we made sure that we could do something for sir from our end. Let it be a little bit customizing the website, let it be a little bit customizing the content and everything. Everything was given by sir. It's not like sir, it's something we made up, but content, everything was given by sir. But just the finishing and the look and feel about the portal, the front end was taken care by Harris, me, and making sure that sir doesn't get the burden of taking care of the portal, because when you're 67, 68, you have done something in your life already. Still, sir has that hunger, sir has that big heart that he wants to come out and teach. And he said, if the world is going in terms of online academies and tech, let me take that. Guys, it takes a lot. After 5 years of sales, sometimes I only feel that I know everything. And then I feel like I don't need to learn sometimes. But then learning never stops. I think we had this discussion last
Yeah, I
time.
think so.
Learning
Learning
never
should not
stops.
stop also.
Right. So thank you so much, sir, for joining in.
Thank you.
And guys, as mentioned, sir's course link is available on our description. Plus, sir has his own website and everything. You can search Baljekar Trading Systems, and you will be able to get sir's website, and you will be able to sign up, go ahead, make the payments and everything. And the live will start from July 11th, Saturday to Sunday, every weekend, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Depends on how the sessions go. And guys, as promised by sir, do not expect the returns within a month or within 1 week or so. It will take time. It's a process. Learn it, master it, implement it, and you have the biggest example. He's going live on the market. If you get some more people like that who go live in the market, you can definitely bet your money on that person. But I doubt there are anybody doing that. So thank you so much, sir, for
Thank you.
making sure that you are giving us out this opportunity to learn from you and not keeping the education and the learnings within you and not just making the money by yourself. You want to teach others as well. And at this age of time, with all your responsibilities, I mean, it's a big thank you as a learner, I can say honestly.
Thank you. Thank you for all the listeners who have tuned in for giving their valuable time for our podcast. Thanks a lot.
Thank you all. Have a good day. Bye bye. And
Bye.
now, thank you all. So we will be re-coming back. We'll have another couple of episodes with different educators, trainers, coaches, builders, people involved in education. So if you like something what we do like, share, comment, subscribe, and follow Business Spotlight so that you are tuned and updated. Our next guest is a very, very young entrepreneur. He's, I think, 21, 22. He's doing wonders, guys. You should definitely tune into that podcast as well. He's a very young entrepreneur who is going to come very soon with us for the next episode. So thank you. Till then, have fun. Take care. Keep learning.
Bye.
Bye.